Hey, what's up, everyone? Cardboard.Capitan back again for the first time. Um, if y'all ever listen to Ludacris, I hope y'all get that reference, or I'm just showing my age. But anyway, um, let's get started with this match. Definitely not a good hand. This is much better. Um, even though there's two lands, I've got the engine, the Vine Lasher, the Lookout, and the green blade for some mana fixing. I also have some removal. So yeah, I draw a land, and this is looking like definitely on the curve. Okay, Case of the Lost Witness. Now I don't know too many decks that play that, so I'm still unsure of what the opponent's playing. Okay, so I draw a ping land in case the Vine Lasher gets removed, like now. So Priest Fire Lookout still can commit a crime this turn. Unfortunately, the Lookout comes back empty-handed. Also, it appears the opponent's also mana screwed, but draws my pylon. And that's okay because it's a colorless land, so opponents still can't play. I think this is game because Gulch comes down. Yeah, that's game. Because that green blade's gonna grow, and then the Pop copies the land. I'm not too sure how to sideboard against this because I have no idea what the opponent is playing. All I really saw was some removal. So I'm going a discard strategy. Generally, I'll bring in Phantasmal Extraction when I'm on the draw. Okay, so I'm getting heisted. That tells me a little more than first round. Okay, yeah, so it's definitely a heist deck. The hand I have right now, it's good. Oh. And the next turn I can Desert Stew if I need to. Let's see. I want a Desert Stew on my turn because the opponent can always respond on their turn to the removal of that Lookout and still get a trigger. See, I get hit with an extraction. And removes my Lookout. I do have Green Blade now, so I have a creature that can potentially block. I think here, best option is pylons, so I can drop the tap land this turn, and if I have the opportunity, drop the green shell next turn. I'm not seeing too much going on right now that I need to worry about. So I think, oh, derail. I decide to remove the Palk so that hopefully I get a land for this green shell. Didn't, but I still want to swing in with a green blade. Right now the opponent is beating me in terms of land. Okay, opponent doppelgangs. So this is what I was talking about. When you're playing against Heist, a lot of the card advantage comes from heisted spells, like Doppelgang, that's an extra one, so they get 3 cards from, well, they get 2 cards rather from the Lootmonger, and they've got almost +4/+4 from the green shells they took. I feel pretty desperate right now because I'm not drawing any lands. Right, and it's kind of cool I drew Ill-Timed Explosion, but that's not going to do much for me. Because next turn, if the opponent plays some land, each of their creature gets +4/+4. There you go. Even if I block, I take 18. So I just can. Oh, and opponent doppelgangs me again. BM. So I still keep an Outrageous Robbery because, you know, I'm still learning the Heist matchup, you know, but again, it's not a good card versus Heist because most of the time they just use it better than you. And that's the nature of Magic. Kind of why I do these videos, so I can make observations, talk about why I play certain cards, why I make certain plays, and it helps me get better overall in the game. Okay, opponent heists me again. Let's see, I heist the opponent. And this is big. Triumphant Getaway. That's usually a card you want to draw first if you're heisting a heist player, because you get 2 cards from the getaway as well as a win con. Okay, opponent plays Lookout. I drop it back. And I take out another Getaway. So that's gonna slow down the opponent quite immense. And kind of curves out beautifully here. Has the Magna, has the Grave Encounters, double crimes committed, gets land, gets treasure token, gets closer to casting the Virtue of Persistence, but also taps him out, so what's also good is I can see 3 out of 4 cards the opponent can play. Drops Phantasmal Extraction. I have nothing that can be removed. And I draw a Pock. So I drop the Pock as a way to block. And I can't swing in with a bat because of the Lookout. Just be aware that the Lookout has reach. So I need to find the right timing for this Getaway, because I gotta play around any counter spells now. But yeah, opponent drops Virtue of Persistence. Now would be a great time to drop the Getaway. I have 6 mana, so I can curve pretty nicely here. Oh, this is where it gets nasty. I got another Triumphant Getaway, and I'll take a Grave Expectations because my opponent has a small hand size anyway, so let's see what my opponent can do. Another land. I think about it for a bit, but the opponent has Virtue of Persistence. But I need to start applying pressure. Even though the opponent can keep bringing it back, I've got to keep applying pressure. Swing for 2, no, block. Okay, in my upkeep, Triumphant Getaway. The plus side is I can respond with Triumphant Getaway. Keep in mind this card has flash. But I want to see where I draw first. I do know that opponent doesn't have any counter spells they can play for 1 mana, so I have a little freedom in when I can cast it. Okay, opponent has 2 untapped mana. Let's see. I want to start bringing stuff back. Longer. Okay. Here I'm going for damage. Because I feel I can get enough variety in my card draw through heisting. Swing with everything because, you know, I could always deal damage from Triumphant Getaway. Okay, so assuming the opponent has nothing they can do about Getaway, I can potentially win next turn just from the drain effect of the Getaway. So that's why you see the opponent, okay, opponent's casting spells that they heisted just to gain life. So there goes my green shell. Outcaster Greenblade, okay. So I would need to cast five times 4 is 20. So I need to cast 5 heisted spells when so there's one. Opponent goes down to 14. I think, see, this is where I misplayed. I should have gone for Grave Expectations, and I'm glad I'm reviewing this. Opponent goes down to 12. Right, and theoretically, I can win from Triumphant Getaway, but I'm not thinking. I'm feeling the pressure from their board, and I almost punt here. Well, I punt this round, and you know, I even have the Loot Monger too, just so I could heist again. I think what I wanted to do. Oh, okay. Let me keep bringing back Magna. No, this is the wrong answer. No, you do not hardcast it for 7. You should win. And you don't even play Loot Monger first. Play Loot Monger first so you can get the treasure tokens, right? I'm mad about this, right? I know a lot of people say Heist is a pain in Alchemy, but Wizards of the Coast or whoever does the data say that Heist doesn't have that great of a win rate, and you see why. You know, it on one level it's taking cards from the opponent's deck, but there's also some decision making in not only what cards you take, but how you play them out. So do you want to play cards to further your game plan? Do you want to take cards to deny your opponent's game plan? And opponent drops the Decadent Dragon. Six, 9, 18 damage. Okay, so I attempt the heist here with weave the... But weave opponent has their own weave the nightmare. But I do get those, that 4 damage to the opponent. Works for me. Let's see. All I really wanted was just my own Magna. But, you know, regardless of what happened last round, you know, I'm able to win. I'm gonna get a ping land. The ping land gets copied by the Pock. And then I should win from this loot monger. Yeah. So, you know, something you gotta do every round before you make a move. You gotta ask yourself, oh, how will I win? How will the opponent win? Just stop and assess the situation, board state, stuff like that. You know, even with how much I've been playing and, you know, where I am in the rank, it doesn't matter. I'm still learning, so, you know, with that said, I hope I didn't embarrass myself too much. You can find me on Twitter, X formerly known as Twitter. I'll get it right one time, right? Under the username Cardboard.Capitan. My mox field is Cardboard.Capitan, where you can find Standard and Alchemy, and who knows, maybe I'll delve into another format. Wherever you are, have a good morning, have a good night, good evening. If you enjoyed the comment, like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Y'all are guaranteed new. Okay, I talked. I will see you next.